Good day. This is your buddy Jim, and welcome to my humble shop. Welcome, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. I got a little job that I may have done before, but it just bears repeating. It's just something it's handy. I've got a little. Let me reach over here and get it. Ooh, a little 4-inch Harbor Freight vise. I'm planning on putting this on my cart out in my race car shop. And what I did with it was I converted the jaws over, excuse me a second, to where I made some aluminum soft jaws so where I could hold round stock if I want to. It's a real handy modification, these little vices. You may understand, I have an inexpensive 4-inch vise over on my table. And it's been done that way, and you've seen me use that thing a lot in my videos, cutting bolts off or whatnot. So that's what I want to do with this one. I still have the function of having jaws, but they're still soft too. And that gives us an advantage. So, step back, pop some popcorn, get you some beverages, bring the dog and the cat in. Let's sit back and watch this video. Hope you enjoy it. Good morning. This is Jim, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. Welcome to my shop, and let me show you what today's project's going to be. Today's project, this video is going to be about making another set of aluminum jaws similar to this for this vise. So, a little quick background. You've seen the box in a slop that I got. Truthfully, this vise is a Harbor Freight. They're not the best of strongest of ones, but what I like to use a 4-inch vise for is plenty sufficient. So we're going to start if you'll look, this vise actually looks a lot stronger than the one I've been using here in this shop, and you see me use this one a lot. So we're going to get cracking on this. Okay, now first thing I've done is tuck the jaws off. So the next thing I got to do is cut some material. And you have to figure this out. So what we calculated is that we needed these jaws to be at least about 650,000 thick. To put the V's in them, clearance the screws, and all that good stuff. So I'm sawing it out as we speak. I'll cut this off. When I get done, I'll bring you back. Okay, this is going to be the first cut across this. Excuse me, turn the feed on. I just set it, touched it in the middle. Since this is solid, you don't know what you got. Aluminum, I can go at it a little harder. So we're taking, this is the first cleanup cut. What I'm going to do is clean these up. Hopefully I'll get to the size I want. I allowed enough extra stock on my limbs. So I'm going to run this one to the end, give me a little bit more feed rate, and I'll bring you back. Okay, now this is the very last pass to square everything up. What I'm doing is I've cut the long piece because it's going to be easier to put the V's in it, in my opinion. So this should give me the thickness that I want. It's got to be thick enough to cut the V's in and also put countersinks in for the screw holes. Okay, here what we're going to do. I'm going to do this again. Just all right. What we're doing is we're setting 0. We're going to find the center actually of our y-axis here. And I've had a change of mind on how I'm going to proceed with this. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here in a minute, but I just was doing a little rummaging around and I found something. Instead of cutting this at a 45, I'm going to do a little something different. Because all I need is something for it to fit in. So I found something would be a lot simpler than using fixtures and trying to angle it 45 degrees for what I want. So what I've done here too is I've milled this to my thickest point. It's true on both ends. So this is the end. One end will go in the vise and one end will be the V. So that's where we're at right now. Let me get this on 0 and I'll cut this off. I'm going as close to 0. If it's a tenth or two off, I'm not going to sweat it. That's close enough. What I have in the mill is a ball nose end mill, a 1/2 incher. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a slot in it with make kind of a round slot, because I'm actually going to hold a lot more round stuff than I am square stuff. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and just turn the mill on, and I'm going to go in 100 thousandths. I'm going to go in about 60 to see what it looks like first. We may back it up and go again, and I want to see what I'm getting here. Okay, let me just go back. I think I can do this a little more. It's going to be good. I want to see what that looks like by eye. See what we got. What I want is just something for something to rest in. I don't want it too deep, because I'm going to cut anything 1/4 inch rod or whatever. That's 60. So I'm going to go about 90. And no, I'm going to go about 80. So that'd be about 160 thousandths. And let's just don't do that. Let me do something. Let me back up a minute. Okay, so this is what we've got. We've got a slot, which is a rounded slot. It's round. And I've got it at what would be about 1/8 of an inch, but that doesn't really matter. It's just something the screw will sit in. So that way, instead of me having to try to cut all the stuff on 45s, most of the time it's a 1/4 inch bolt. It's about the small. See, and right here is a 1/4 inch bolt. So you will see once that 1/4 inch bolt lays in there and you tighten it up, that'd be good. So that's going to give us kind of give us what we want right here. And I don't think I want to go no deeper than 1/8 or 60 thousandths, because you're really thinking you're going to double that. That gives us a little bit under 1/8 of an inch it'll squeeze up. I don't foresee cutting 1/8 inch rods, mind you, but just to be safe. I've got the end mill in. I'm just going to go ahead and finish these ends with this end mill on the sides, because we're going to cut this again, obviously. What we want, we've got some more steps. But right now, while I'm in the mill, I can finish this up with this mill, then that just saves me another cut or two and saves me a little bit of work. Hit this 0 right here and see where I'm at, and I'll finish building this. Now here's a real good view of this, and you'll see what I've got in here, this ball, in this direction too. So all this is just something to rest in. And what I've done here is I've drilled this, I've set this up, and I just laid it out with light, measure everything up. This block's a bit thicker than the original block, so instead of me trying to stay out of the can, it's difficult. I'm just trying to drill these through. I'm drilling from the back side, so we're not going to be exactly on center with the bolt holes because this block's just a bit thicker, which doesn't really make much difference in the long grand scheme of things. Let me finish drilling this out and I'll be back with you. I'm not doing nothing fancy here. I'm just drilling these out with a regular drill. I've already set a stop, nothing fancy. And I already checked the fit on one, so that's it. Okay, right there's the finished project. There's the jaws. And you see, basically I used the original screws. I just had to, now I still got them mounted. I'm going to take it out there. It's going to be mounted in my other shop. But see, here's what it's good for. Anything is round, this is oblong, but obviously, see, you can grab stuff round and not scar it up. And with having this little bit extra flat that I have on these jaws, which I didn't have on those over there, this has been a real handy. Doing this to a small, inexpensive vise just makes it just that much more useful. See, like I'll just put here's the end mill. See, that's what I like about using it for. So if I got stuff, most of the stuff I'm going to be clamping this vise is just to hold round stuff. I don't think I'm going to cut too many screws. I'll probably come here and use this other one for that. But this would be something like maybe something I don't want to scar up, that I can hold it. Maybe I, just need, so that's what I wanted it for. It works right out. It's self-aligning. Everything's done. And just a little bit of work here in the shop make that little Harbor Freight vise a lot more useful. Hey, I hope you enjoyed my little soft jaw video. This is something that I decided I wanted to do, and it's just a simple project. It's kind of getting ready, making my other shop a little more functional. I'm still in the process of moving things around, deciding what I'm going to do with that too. So, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like what you see, hit the button there. Hit the bell, as a lot of them says. Hey, that's what makes these things grow. You may know anybody that's got at least 1,000 subs are being ad pushed hard. And us poor folks on the lower end, I have yet to get any reimbursement from YouTube yet. Hopefully I'll get enough views built up that I'll get a little something. But you really got to get a good bit. It's not even enough to work. Right now I haven't got anything since it's been monetized. So if you think I'm sitting out here getting rich off this channel and you just got another thought coming. So guys and girls, I hope you enjoy the videos. I'm doing this because I want to help you and show you stuff. So till that next video, we'll talk with you later. Have a great day.